Hi everybody, Shane here at the Brick House, back again with another video. Today I'm going to be reviewing set 10311. This is the 608 piece Orchid from the Botanical Collections. Now this set is designed for those 18 and up, but it's a pretty straightforward build and I think that younger people would have no trouble putting it together. One of the interesting things about this set is that it's made up of a lot of Technic pieces. So for those builders who are unfamiliar with Technic, that might be the most challenging part of the build, but other than that, it's pretty straightforward. As with almost every Lego, you begin with the base of the set. So you begin by building the vase, and inside this vase is a cylinder with symmetrical Technic pieces in multicolors going around in a circle. So it creates this really nice geometric pattern. It's a little tedious, but the color and the design and the look of it actually makes the build a lot more enjoyable. And then you begin to build the outside of this geometric pattern vase. So you begin building the plant itself with the stems, and these stems are made up of a lot of Technic pieces. And this is designed so that, like a real plant, you can trim and readjust the pieces. So you can take different pieces of the stem off and put them in different places, or put the buds and or the flowers and petals in different places. So kind of like a real plant where you have to trim it and take care of it. This model allows you to mimic that using these Technic pieces. There's also these two sticks, as in most plants, that are used to hold the plant upright. Now before you build the flower petals, you build these leaves. These two smaller petals that are growing out are actually helicopter windshields. If you look at the shape from a Lego city, they're just solid in color. So you build these leaves and then you build these two roots of the plants. And if you notice, these roots are actually made of dinosaur tails. So this set uses a lot of unique pieces to make this orchid plant, beginning with the dinosaur tails and the windshields of the helicopters from the Lego city. So after you build the leaves and you begin building these stems, you put the flowers together at the end. Now the flowers are made up of a lot of different unique pieces. These small blossoms are actually Demigorgon, and these are from the Stranger Things, but these are a different color from the Stranger Things. So these are Demigorgon heads. Inside you'll see that the center of the blossoms are made of little pink frogs, and this pays homage to the Lego bonsai tree, the first botanical plant that was issued. These smaller petals or sepals are actually shields from the 1995 Lego Castle set. And these larger petals are actually shoulder pads from larger figurines in the Lego collection. So you have pink frogs from the bonsai tree. The sepals are made up of shields from a 95 Lego Castle set. You have Demigorgon heads from the Stranger Things, and then you have shoulder pads. All 6 of these you put together at the end of the build. And it's important that you put them on correctly and make sure that all the pieces are in the same direction. I actually took the time to make sure that they had this triangular shape and that the clips were put on correctly. What you'll also notice if you look closely is the thing that holds the clip together on the opposite side is actually a little fork. So there are tiny little forks that are used to connect the clip onto the set, and once again it uses Technic pieces. So the flowers look really amazing. You can put them in different places. Another thing about the plant is that when you have an orchid, you usually put mulch to keep the moisture inside the soil. And so the mulch, if you see, are made up of these claws, and these claws come from the Nexonites. And so there are 2 different colors, and you kind of just put them in at random, and there's also some discs in there that go along with it. So it's a pretty straightforward build. It took me less than an hour to build. It was enjoyable. It wasn't too challenging, but what I can say is it is probably the most beautiful of the botanical flowers I've seen. I am a huge fan of the bonsai tree. I thought that one was the best. I thought that the Birds of Paradise was a bit of a letdown. I didn't like that set at all, and I wasn't too fond of the bouquet either. This set changes everything. It's back to being arguably the most beautiful of the botanical sets. From far away, it's hard to distinguish this from the real orchid because it looks so lifelike, and this is arguably the best one in the set, maybe even better than the bonsai tree, and that's saying a lot. And at a price of $50, it is an incredible deal. So it's super beautiful. It was fun to put together, nothing too challenging. It uses a lot of unique pieces and it looks absolutely beautiful. Now, Mother's Day is quickly approaching, and so what I'd like to do is I'm going to give one of these sets away on Sunday, Mother's Day, May 8th. So if you're a subscriber of the channel, leave a comment on why your mother is special or why your wife or sister or aunt or some special woman in your life, and I'm going to pick to give one of these sets to. Now, if you have a wife or mother on Mother's Day, I think you should take them out to brunch and get them real flowers, but 2 lucky people are going to get this set as well from the Brick House. Once again, I think it's an incredible set. It looks fantastic. It was easy to put together, uses a lot of unique pieces, and I think the Botanical Collection is back on their game with this set. That's my video for today. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.